My work is with soul, and our souls are fed by beauty. So I've been in practice as a death doula since 2012, and really what I do is work with dying people and their families to prepare them for, or support them during, or support them after a death. And I'm offering support that's not physical, it's not logistical, you need that support, but it's emotional and relational and spiritual. Having the personal experience of my dad's stroke and then his death gave me a picture from the inside of just how incredibly difficult this is.
Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Come on in.
Great, thanks. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, that's
very
all right. It's
snowy boots
Watch
right
the
now.
kitten. There you go.
Oh, he's cute.
I know.
Look at that. Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Is that him?
No, that's me.
That's you.
And his father.
And his dad. Okay. So a digital story is basically a short little movie that we create together where we have your voice sort of narrating a story, and then we put photos and video and music to that to sort of help people understand an important caregiving story from your life. That's her right there?
No, that's his mom, and that's his
Okay.
aunt.
Oh, no
That's
way.
the same woman he's shaking hands with.
Wow, okay.
It works well when that statement about rock formations lines up with that.
Exactly, with this, right? Or
Well, no, I was
with this
thinking that one.
Yeah. Now that you've sort of seen what it's going to look like, what do you how are you feeling about showing this to people?
It's interesting to see it all laid out like this. And, and personally and professionally, I really believe in sharing this stuff and changing how we do death.
Mike, I'm Janine.
Janine, nice to meet you. Okay, you work with Sarah.
I do.
Okay, great. I'm Mike.
Maria.
Maria, nice to meet you, Maria.
Nice to meet
Great.
you. And
All
I've
right.
been to a lot of Sarah's workshops and sessions.
Okay, so you've been to some of the speaking engagements.
Engagements,
Okay.
yes. That's what
I know.
All right, everybody, let's take a seat and we'll get started. So we're gonna watch the story, and then we'll have a chance to just sort of chat about it afterwards. All right, here we go. Sarah's story, everyone.
For the first few months after my dad's stroke, I didn't think of myself as a caregiver. I didn't live in the same city, and my mom coordinated all the day-to-day care. But eventually I realized that he also needed soul care. Even though I was far away, that was to be my caregiving role. The move from a care home in Calgary to one in Nelson, a year and a half after my dad's stroke, was a kind of pilgrimage. There were important places to visit at every turn. As we unpacked, I covered my dad's bedside tables with pictures of his ancestors, friends who had died, and living family members. In front of the photos, I placed a small leather bag of items that his friends and extended family had given him before he left. Each tiny object representing something they loved about him or wished for him in the future. On the shelf, I put the book that we'd made about his life, along with photos of his Arctic explorations and other books he'd written. As I turned to leave, I felt like all those rituals had done what I'd set out to do. I visited my dad regularly in the nursing home. 6 years later, I got the call. I arrived on Monday night, and my dad died on Wednesday. For the next 3 days, he was never alone. My family sat around the bed and talked and cried, looked at old photos, told stories, and decorated his coffin. We placed his body in the crematorium, and together, my sister and I pressed the button to start the flames. But it wasn't the end. We had a gathering of friends and a funeral. We interred his ashes, and I visit his grave regularly. And so, turn by turn.
I think for me, my mom died in 2007, and I was so ill-equipped to care for her. And everything I learned from Sarah through her story and through her teachings, I just, I long for the chance to have done that a different way.
I watched your video and I thought, I felt kind of regret almost for not doing that for my dad. I think about, I have a large family and a lot of them would not be open to this. They would think that it's strange. So I think there's some work to do, right?
I like how you set up all the pictures by his bedside of all his friends and family and ancestors, and just the thought of having their presence there to accept him in his journey.
A big part of it was saying, look, these are all the people you know who've gone where you're going. They're the ones who'll tell you how to do it.
My dad's actually in a care facility. He has fairly advanced Alzheimer's, but I think one of the things I will do is start talking to my brothers now and say, I've just sort of seen this, and let's just start thinking about what else we could do and how would we make that happen.
It takes some planning, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Just being open to discussing what else you might be able to do. So
Your whole family has to process this in the same way that, that Bill had to process him moving into a long-term care facility. And I think if you do end of life well, these rituals, they help everyone. Well, I feel like we should do some sort of closing ritual.
So one of the closing processes I do in lots of rituals is just to pass this stone and invite people to say 2 words that describe how they feel now after having spent this evening together. So we'll pass it this way.
Grateful and loved.
I feel proud and excited.
Enlightened and thoughtful also about the future.
Grateful for perspective, seeing it through other people's eyes. So,
Cool.
thank you all.
Awesome. Great.
Thank you.